Aditya Birla Sunlife Nifty Next 50 Fund. Should you invest in this fund? Will this help you create wealth in the long run? Is Nifty Next 50 will be a good option for your portfolio? Hi, this is Ramalingam from holisticinvestment.in. We help investors like you to take the right financial and investment decision to reach your financial goals faster and smarter. To decide whether to invest in this fund or to avoid this fund, we have to analyze. To analyze this fund, we need to understand the basic structure of this policy, investment objective of this fund, investment strategy of this fund, so that we will be able to analyze. So let us look at the basic structure, objectives, and strategies of this fund. This NFO is already open, and this NFO will close on 14th February 2022, and immediately after 5 working days, this fund will open for regular purchase and repurchase. What is the main objective of this fund? The main objective of this fund is to provide returns that closely track the total returns of securities represented as the Nifty Next 50 Index. What is Nifty Next 50 Index? We will see later. So anyone who wants to get similar returns of Nifty Next 50 Index, yes, they can definitely choose this fund. Nifty 50 stocks, we know which is the top 50 stocks. Next 50 is what known as Nifty Next 50 Index. Okay. So top 50 is removed, next 50 is there. In the Nifty 50 Index, Nifty 50 Index, there are 13 sectors which are covered. Nifty 50 Index is spread across 13 sectors, whereas Nifty Next 50 Index is spread across 17 sectors. So there is a better diversification in this sector compared to Nifty 50. Again, compared to Nifty 50, how Nifty Next 50 Index has delivered returns. We made a comparison of last 20 years returns. 20 years return is a good period for to have a comparison. In 20 years period, Nifty 50 has delivered a CAGR of 18.2%. Nifty 50 has delivered 18.2%. Whereas CAGR of Nifty Next 50 is 21.8%. So there is an additional return provided by Nifty Next 50. So Nifty Next 50 has delivered better return in the long run compared to Nifty 50. Nifty Next 50, what is the investment strategy? Very simple strategy. They will follow the same index, same composition, same weightage, passive investment strategy. They will not analyze the stock and pick and choose. Nifty 50, same 50 stocks will be there in the portfolio of this fund in the same weightage. Simple. So they are going to follow a passive investment strategy and they are not going to pick and choose. So no active investment strategy. The role of the fund manager here is very simple. He has to mirror the Nifty Next 50 Index. And by and large, they will be investing except to meet the liquidity requirement. As it is a large cap index, it will have stability, liquidity will be definitely there. And the key highlights of this Nifty Next 50 index is It has got better sectoral representation, predominantly large caps, exposure to potential market leaders. Nifty 50 is already market leaders. This next 50 may have potential market leaders, which may become top 50 stocks, right? And this will be spread across 50 stocks. It will not be a concentrated portfolio. It will be spread across 50 stocks. So opportunity for high growth and capital appreciation will be there. This has got the potential to deliver better risk-adjusted return and long-term performance. Now we have understood the basic structure of this fund and investment strategy, objectives of this fund, as well as we have also understood the details about the Nifty Next 50 index. As we have got all the basic details, we can go ahead and analyze this fund now. To analyze this fund, we are going to use a very simple strategy. We are going to list down the advantages, pros for this particular fund. Then we are going to list down the disadvantages, drawbacks of this fund. Then based on our situation, we can decide to invest or not to invest. First, let us look at the advantages. This is a large cap fund, comes with an affordable cost. The expense ratio will be lower because it is a passively managed fund. So fund manager cost will be lower. Expense ratio will be lower. Nifty Next 50 companies are the core after Nifty 50, right? After Nifty 50 stocks, this is the core company. These are the stronger companies in our India. This scheme can deliver relatively a better risk-adjusted return, potential to deliver better risk-adjusted return at a low cost. So low cost plus potential market leaders. These two are the major advantages of this fund, right? Low cost plus potential market leaders are the two major advantages of this fund. What can be the drawback of this fund? That we have to see, right? Because many a times we over focus on returns and we tend to go out of focus in the area of risk. We tend to go unnoticed in the area of risk. It is better to pay attention to risk and control risk. That is a good investment strategy. So we will list down what are the drawbacks, what will be the potential demerits of investing in this fund. This fund will simply mirror the index and deliver the index returns. This can't give you index beating returns. This can't beat the market. This fund cannot generate alpha because it is simply Nifty Next 50 index fund. This will simply mirror that particular index. This fund cannot change the allocation dynamically. In the next 50 index, if one particular stock is not doing well, they can't reduce allocation. One particular stock is doing extremely well, they can't increase the allocation. Within this next 50 index itself, they can't change the weightage. They have to have the same weightage given in the index. One. Then number two, out of this 50, they can't go ahead and invest in other stocks. They can't go ahead and invest in a mid cap or small cap stock. If the outlook for small cap or mid cap is better, but this fund manager is tied to this 50 stocks only, he can't go and invest in other stocks out of this 50. As this is an index fund, the fund manager will not be able to beat the market. So conservative returns only because they can't deliver alpha. Obviously, it is an equity fund, so not suitable for any short-term investors or short-term investments. This fund will not analyze the underlying stocks at all. They will simply blindly go and invest in this 50 stocks. Simply. They will not even check the soundness of the company, whether the management is good, what is going to be the potential of this company, will this company grow in the long run? No. Manager knows out of this 50 stock, one stock may not do well. This may go out of this index because of its poor performance. It will go to 110th position, 101 position. There can be some other stock which will come in. The fund manager will not be sell any of these stocks based on the outlook. So he will not check the soundness of the company. These are all the drawbacks or risk involved in this fund. Now we have analyzed the advantages, disadvantages of investing in this fund, and a 360-degree we have analyzed. Now, what we should do? What is the final takeaway? Final takeaway depends upon what kind of investor are you. If you are an ultra conservative investor, then definitely this fund is suitable for you. Your circle of competence is small. You are not capable of selecting a good active fund, or you don't have a financial planner or an advisor to help you select a good active fund, then in that case, you can definitely go for this fund. So this is definitely suitable for an ultra conservative investor who is not willing or not have the competence to choose an active fund. Also, we have to wait and check the expense ratio of this fund and whether they will be able to maintain low tracking error. We have to check, because there are few existing Nifty Next 50 fund. There are a few existing Nifty Next 50 fund. Whether these funds are doing well or not. Compared to that, how this fund will do well. What kind of expense ratio they have got. What kind of tracking error they have got. We have to compare and choose. So if we could wait and watch, then we can compare and contrast and decide. Maybe for time being, even for ultra conservative investors, they have got an option to choose existing funds. Also, being an ultra conservative investor, your first choice should be Nifty index fund, and the next choice can be this Nifty Next 50 fund. And this fund is not suitable for investors who are aggressive, who want to have exposure in mid cap, small cap, or at times even conservative investor wants to have some exposure in mid cap and small cap. For them, it is not suitable. For an investor who's looking for dynamic fund management from the fund manager or the mutual fund scheme, then this fund is not suitable for them. Any investor who is looking for market beating returns, then this investment of ABSL Nifty Next 50 fund is not suitable for them. If you have any questions related to this particular fund or any other investment options, feel free to have a free appointment with our financial planner. The link to get the free appointment registration is given in the description of this video. Would you like to attend insightful investment webinars? We organize regular investment webinars for free. Again, the registration link for the free webinar is given in the description of this video. Feel free to register, attend, and create wealth. Finally, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share it with your friends. Thank you. Bye.